At the end of day 2, there were good vibrations, but no deal. That leaves just 10 days to find a way to let MPs see secret Afghan detainee documents or possibly face an election. Today, the Chief of the Defense Staff told CBC News where he stands. Our senior correspondent, Terry Malevsky, has more on this. Terry.
Well, Amanda, startling news from Ottawa. The government and the opposition say they're getting along famously. They had their first meeting to settle the dispute about Afghan documents, and they emerged to say it was just terrific.
It went very well. I think that there was a good mood around the room.
It was a very constructive discussion, a very hopeful discussion.
It was not confrontational, and it was open discussion.
Sure it was. They met, they agreed to meet again on Monday, and they didn't come to blows. But of course, nobody believes the happy talk will last. That's because the government claims it might breach national security and endanger Canadian troops to let MPs see the uncensored files on Afghanistan, as the Speaker ruled they must. The Prime Minister's comment yesterday was still reverberating today.
The government cannot break the law, it cannot order public servants to break the law, nor can it do anything that would unnecessarily jeopardize the safety of Canadian troops.
Interestingly, though, that worry seems not to be shared by the Chief of the Defense Staff, as he told the CBC's Julie Van Dusen.
But do you have any fears of people poring over those documents?
Not at all. Not at all.
You tell us so far.
So, will the government continue to suggest it's illegal for MPs to read all the Afghan files without all the black ink? If so, it's a problem. The opposition says it won that argument. Now, it wants to see if the censorship conceals legitimate secrets or just embarrassing truths about torture and the government's knowledge of it.
A unilateral right of censorship on the part of the government does not exist. Parliamentarians need to make the judgments here.
That this is there has to be a parliamentary process, and it requires the members of Parliament to be able to have access to these documents.
So, the new era of goodwill may be rather brief, because the government is not ready to surrender its secrets easily. Amanda.
Thanks, Terry. Senior correspondent Terry Malevsky in Ottawa. So, could the detainee issue trigger an election? That issue is coming up.